This video is brought to you by my lovely patrons over on Patreon. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Anina, Clay, Mariah, Maddie, Edalis, Dre, Thomas, Tara, Zoe, Zuzia, Ainsley, Sabine, Jimma, Bailey, Azzy, Jacqueline, Monica, Jordan, Green, Lizzie, Willow, Danny, Blessing, Avery, Maddie, Alexia, B, Max, T, Taylor, M, Lovely, Antonina, Anna, Valen, Ali, Obsessed, Brianna, Nicole, Carnations, Kristen, Tequila, Autumn, Emily, Sarah, Vanessa, Nini, Nura, Matcha, Ava, Yasmin, Leah, Kayla, Ali, Ginny, Vika, Inez, June, Elizabeth, Penguin, Sammy, Roland, Rose, Lydia, Mila, Adrian, Lexi, Bana, Chi, Madison, Beck, Jemiah, Mads, Rachel, Daisy, Honeybee, Jade, Hooves, Rose, Alyss, Caden, Sponge, AJ, Kate, Jay, Praxton, Nicole, Terry, Hollow, Rebecca, Allison, Jacqueline, Jakaria, Mina, Lilith, Ange, Jasmine, Lizard, Haley, Kiki, Illyria, Lady Demista, Zebra, Lala, Ari, Amy, Busy, Molly, Xylosaurus Rex, Lunaris Galaxia, Maya, Novastar, Annie, Tori, Ariel, and Bolchi. If you'd like to support this channel and get some pretty nifty perks such as exclusive weekly audios and novel readings, the link is in the description. Honey, I'm home. Hey, hey, why are you running towards me like that? Hi. You know, I was just joking. You know, I know that that's usually what husbands say to their wife when they come home, but I did not expect the same reaction from you that the wives usually provide. Hi. Nothing? Nothing. You're just gonna cling on to me like this, huh? I missed you too. Any particular reason why I got this type of welcome? I see. No. Do you want me to just hold you like this for a little bit? Would that be something you would want? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Although next time, just say yes. All right. No need. I know. I literally can't look down at you right now because your head is like in my chest. But I felt it, the shake up and down. Got to be honest with you. This is kind of overwhelming, but also this is nice. Man, not even a single word. Did you at least miss me? Hey, what did I say? But I guess if I can realize what you're doing from there, that's fine. Do you mind if I go sit down? I've kind of been on like my feet all day. Yeah, and then also sitting in the car was rough. Driving, because if you're sitting in the car in the passenger seat, you could just lay down, but if you're sitting in the car driving, then so do you mind if we just sit on the couch then? Sorry, it just tickles a little bit when you nod your head like that. And you're sure you don't want to move from this position? Okay. All right, if you say so. Who am I to deny that? So, do you want to hear about my trip? Okay. I don't know if this is like a nonverbal situation or if what the situation is at all, but I am just here and I will talk to you. And if you are at all feeling confident or comfortable with talking to me, you can. If you just want me to sit here and talk to you, that's also okay. Everything is fine. So I drove home was the first thing that I did. And I got to my dad's place and it was a surprise. And I was really confused because they don't usually not have some sort of dinner planned the first night, but they didn't this time. So I was like, okay, it's fine. And then I got there and everyone was there, all my friends, everybody from the family, even some people that I didn't even know, but I got introduced to throughout the night that I had missed out on in the year since not being there. And just like usual, Dad is a great judge of character. None of them seemed off, but it was a surprise, and it was for me getting the promotion. And I don't know, it's so, I feel so blessed to have people around me that care about me to that level, that want to celebrate my highs with me and are willing to go through my lows with me. It's more than I could ever ask for, really. And that's including you, you know. I know you're still, but I just want to let you know that I include you in that too. Probably first and foremost, since you have to deal with the most of my lows than anybody. And that's why you're the best. Anyways, we had the dinner, and it was really nice. It was really cordial. It wasn't too party-ish, because you know how I can get at parties. It was just like a good old family-ish get-together. There were no more than 20 people, and we basically just ate, and then we played some charades and card games and in a big group, and that was nice. Then everyone left, and I kind of just sat down. I drank some whiskey with Dad. We kind of just caught up on the past year, on everything that we hadn't talked about during phone calls. And I think he is really serious about Roxy, and that is good, because I think Roxy is really, really, really good for him, and I think she will do wonders on his mental health. And I told him that, and he agreed with me, and he asked me if I was seeing anyone, and I, of course, told him no, perpetually single. And he said, you got to find someone soon. Come on. I'm expecting grandkids. And I said, well, Dad, you already know that I'm not exactly a big kid person, but I'll take it into consideration. I always say that. I never want to break his heart. But I woke up the next day, and then I woke up super late because the drive kind of exhausted me. So I woke up at 11, and I was like, oh, shoot. Because I planned brunch with a bunch of the guys and their girlfriends. And so we went, and it was weird. Not bad, but just there was something off in the vibe, and I could definitely tell it. I was able to discern that there was something different. And so that night I went to hang out with Sid. And we went to the arcade, because we always do whenever I'm there. And I was like, hey, what is going on with everybody? And they were like, oh, you didn't know. And I said, well, of course I did know. I just asked. And they said, oh, yeah, everybody is involved in it's become sort of, the friend group is a polycule now. And I said, what? And they said, yeah, everyone just kind of got together one night and decided that there were feelings amongst every single person in some sort of not platonic way. And they all decided to just try out a poly relationship. And I said, wow, did not expect that. So I'm the only one that was at the brunch that's not involved in this, and that's why everyone was weird? And they said, yeah. And they said, oh, well, aside from me. And I said, thank God, Sid, because I can't do it all on my own. Well, at least I finally got something out of you, even though it is you believing that I am a deceiver, which you know I'm not. I would not lie to you. And unfortunately for me, I have pictures to prove it. Let's just say there are some group gatherings that were captured in picture and video format that Sid sent to me as a joke, and I deleted, but I couldn't figure out how to delete them off my cloud. So they're still there. Yeah, weird. I don't even know how. Oh, no, I do. That's Reynolds, but definitely said that. But anyways, they didn't. But it was a nice time at the arcade. And then the final day, I went to see Mom to make sure that she's doing okay. And she is. She's doing great. As much as I love being around Dad and having conversations like that with him, Mom is just such an ethereal being who who does elevate my well-being feeling. She just makes me feel comfortable whenever I'm around her in a completely different way that Dad does. But we just sat and we talked the entire day. We never stopped talking. It's the most either of us talk. Usually we just sit there and we vibe. As weird as that sounds for a parent and child to vibe, but that is what we usually do when we are together. But so we did that, and I don't know. It was almost like she finally started seeing me as an adult, and we had more adult conversations about the family and who I should trust and who I shouldn't trust because, she's been involved with them for such a long time. And I ended up staying the night there. And then the next day, we went out and we walked around the town, got lunch at Fredo's and went to a movie, and that was nice. And then I drove home, and now I'm here. And you are still wrapped around me. And that is not a bad thing. But you do know at some point, I'm not saying you have to be ready for it now. Obviously you don't. And if you're not feeling up for it in the next couple of days, that's also okay. But we do have to have a conversation about this. Are you sure you are in a place where you can respond to what I said? I know you just asked why, but I know that can just kind of be a kind of a defense mechanism. But if you're really okay with it, I guess there's something that I want to tell you if you're okay with receiving information that is, I wouldn't say life altering, but it will alter our relationship probably. Oh, don't worry. You don't have to move at all. This is actually really comfy, and don't read into this, but I could definitely get used to this. Or maybe read into this because I'm going to now move on to one of the final conversations that I had with my mom. And it was about future prospective partners. Yeah, exactly what you want to talk about with your mom. But it actually is. It's okay because Dad is so happy now and they're finally on good terms. And I wanted to make sure that she wasn't feeling held back. And so I talked to her about it, and she said, I've lived my life with someone else, and it was your dad, and I lived that life, and it was amazing, and I will always be happy that he gave me so many great experiences, and he gave me you, but I want to now move on to living my life that I was meant to live on my own. And I don't think that entering into a prospective relationship would aid me in doing that. It would only detract away from my time and the experiences that I want to have as someone who has basically been in a relationship throughout their entire adult life. And I said that is incredibly profound and also just awesome. And I was super happy for her. And then she says, well, what about you? I said, what? She's like, and I know you've been single basically since you can remember, but in your entire life, there has to have been somebody that you would consider being serious with and having your first relationship with. And I sat there and I really gave it a thought. I thought about it I think I sat in silence for about 15 minutes, just trying to rack my brain and make sure that the answer that I had there was real, was authentic, was genuine. And then I turned to her and I said, "You." No, I did not mean you as in my mom. I meant you as in you, the person who is holding on to me right now. Although that is kind of funny that got that reaction from you. No. I said you, and I for the next 10 minutes or 15 minutes I took all of the information that I had in my head that I felt about you, and I just let it go to her. And I talked to her about how we are perfectly in sync all the time, how we have the same interests, but not to the point that we're complete clones of each other. We still have different interests that we love showing to the other person and, getting their input on, and the other person, when the other interests are being shown, is super invested in what the other person is saying. And it's just literally the healthiest friendship that I've ever had that would absolutely translate fantastically over into a romantic relationship. I told her about how gorgeous I thought you were. I told her, yes, I know you didn't expect me to hear that mumbling, but yes, I did say gorgeous. Gorgeous. You are gorgeous. That might be a little bit of the reason why I was so awkward when you were clinging on to me at first. But then my kind of instinctive protection took over. Speaking of, I am super protective over you more than anybody else in the world, other than my mom, really, probably. I want you to have the best life because I know how much you deserve it, and you've overcome so much in your life that you deserve to feel happy all the time. And I know that that's impossible, and I know it's unattainable, but that's what I want for you. I would love it. It would make me the happiest person in the world. And then she looked at me and she said to me, the most important thing that you need to know about the person that you want to be with, and you want to give your heart to for the first time, is whenever you look at their face, do you feel two things? A, the overwhelming desire to smile, and B, the overwhelming desire to put a smile on their face. And without hesitation, I said, absolutely. Absolutely. That is what I want. And then so she said, well, you better go after her. And so here I am, with you clinging to my chest. Basically only having spoken 4 words outing my confession of romantic feelings for you. And now if you suddenly become a chatterbox and tell me that this was your plan the whole time, I will give you the biggest noogie you have ever experienced. Do you feel comfortable telling me what it was then? Well, I missed you too, sweet pea. Now, do you feel maybe like I should go unpack, or... Okay. Sitting here, holding each other in silence until dinner. Sounds like the perfect plan to me.